We are live, Ivenden Park, Edmonton, Alberta, for this last of 4 live web stream featuring Fusion from Winnipeg versus Stella, the Ottawa-based team, in a pre-quarter matchup in the women's division. Fusion kicking things off with the pool. Etienne welcoming you with G to comment on this game. So G, any expectation from Fusion?
Oh, I think everybody's going to come in hot right now. We have Stella just coming off a loss against Remix. Tough game, I hear. It was a 9-7 loss. So they are going to come in and wanting to be just on the ball, and they're moving it pretty well right now through this zone of Fusions. Looks like a 3-3-1.
Jeffrey feeding Siborski. Fusion nice and tight zone defense, but Stella is moving upward. Again, Jeffrey quarterbacking this offense initiative by the white jerseys. Fusion wearing the blues. Ramich with the disc going long, backhand in the hole. Well read, well caught by number 21 Shannon. Looking on the doorstep of the end zone, floaty disc, and it's caught. There was some bumping, waiting for the observers. Oh, there is an injury call, but there is no call. We're just waiting. Yes, observers confirming Stella's first point. It's an offense hold to kick things off in this pre-quarter matchup.
Yep, I'll just tell everybody the weather right now, no more rain, but it is still windy.
But it's windy, less windy than earlier today.
It's sneaky wind.
Is it?
I think it's sneaky, but yeah, well, a little bit less.
I love the sneaky part of the wind.
Yeah, it'll pick up when you least expect it. So that just sat a little bit over there in that end zone, but nice grab over there by Stella to make this
very innovative term in regards of weather forecast. Sneaky wind.
Why not?
Well,
they're doing cheeky things to us.
You will only get this during a live web stream of the Ultimate National Championship. We are in Edmonton, Alberta. As we mentioned, it's day 2 of the senior division competition, which is intended to last over 4 days. So we are already kicking things off in the pre-quarters here. Tomorrow we will host many quarter matchup, semis also, and tomorrow night, Saturday night. Is there any better way to look at a mixed division final on a Saturday night?
Yeah, Saturday night.
I can't think of anything better.
It's such a great way to kind of like get the finals going for the next day.
And on Sunday, both the women's and the men's division will be live streamed. The pool, Stella pool. Right on the line, or just before the line, because the line is out.
Yes.
So great pull by Stella, setting their zone defense. Also something we've seen many times throughout this national championship. Miscuing by Fusion. It will be Stella's disc with the first break opportunity of this game. 2 observers on duty here tonight. Resets, but it's just a little short, and number 29, the intended receiver, just slept on what can potentially be a patch of ice on the field. No, just kidding, just the field is soaking wet. Nice aerial effort by Fusion to catch that disc. We are tying the game at 1 after 2 offense hold.
I feel like this game's going to be tight. I think both teams are pretty confident in their throws right now, and as you can see, they're coming down with the disc too, even if they're sitting a little bit in the air. So this is going to be 1 break, maybe 2 breaks, and then see who starts to roll with it.
Absolutely. So G, we have seen these 2 programs having a lot of success in the past, and now they are fighting for the top 8 positions. So
exactly.
For sure, I am sure it will be a great battle among these 2 programs with a ton of championship in their history book. Stella wearing the whites, Fusion wearing the blues. On your right hand side, looking to pull. The wind is coming roughly from the bottom left-hand side of your screen towards the top right side of your screen. It's a gusty wind, steady, but the good thing is no rain. We have experienced games with a ton of winds and a ton of rain, which was very challenging for the athletes fighting on the field. Meantime, Stella slowly but surely earning some precious yardage against Fusion D-line, which hangs on. Shear with the disc. Nice backhand low release. Finding Green on the left-hand side. Skiborski resetting to Shear. Some kind of a chaotic stack in the end zone, but the leading pass is a little too leading. It's partially blocked by Fusion, but just enough to create the turnover. Will be back in the corner of death. How complicated is it to get out of that corner, G?
Pretty complicated, especially in the wind, and with defense like Stella's, you need to really try to move that disc off that sideline quick.
And that's one option to get out of that corner of death. Just put it long, but it's intercepted. Stella countering in the red zone. Ramick with the disc. Vertical stack. You need some discipline in the end zone because there's 14 players fighting in a very narrowed space. Nice backhand. Oh, to number 8, Skiborski. It seemed in the basket, but unfortunately could not get control of the disc. So another opportunity for Fusion's D-line to score the first break point, but they will need to figure out a way to get away from their own goal line first. Zone Pochi defense, but it's a one-to-one defense in the stack. Miscued by Fusion. Stella, another opportunity for an offense hold. Forced backhand, floaty disc to number 1. Ramich taking advantage of her tall arms to reach out for that disc, scoring the second point for Stella. 2-1 for the white jerseys.
Stella did a good job over there of just pushing the handlers back for Fusion. I think they're getting stuck a little bit on that side. So again, I think any throw that goes over to that far side is just going to sit a little bit longer. So you can tell that everybody's just pushing it a bit up into the wind, and hopefully Fusion can adapt and just adjust to that a little quicker. But once you started swinging that disc a little bit more laterally, they're starting to see space. Stella was trying to do that before. Like they had a good movement over here from the break side all the way to the open. Just missed it the first time, but again, they've scored this one, so hopefully both teams can adjust to this wind. It's different a little bit from where they were playing all day. They were on the other side of Ivor Dent, so the wind again changes for them. So adjustments. Adjustment.
And to your point, G, majority of the action so far has been happened on the other side of the field compared to where the camera is right now. Fusion. Stella with their zone defense. Going on the right hand side, resetting quickly. Try to create some holes into Stella's zone defense. Nice fake. Feeding 19. Fratkov in the middle. Millie right. Acting as the quarterback of this offense. Fusion line. Once again, Fratkov flicking it. Gobert right on the sideline, no hesitation, just resetting, forcing Stella to run and adjusting their zone, flicking it right in the middle, and it's going over the head of one Fusion player and one Stella defender, and the third or the second Fusion receiver could not get a hold on it. Still, nice defense.
It was great
effort.
defense. Movement was getting better with Fusion. They have some really strong players on this team. There have been a few TC players as well, and Millie is one of them. So hopefully they can start again. Nope, there's a call. It looks like a pick was called.
No arms done. This disc stays still.
Yep.
Just the defender catching up. Quickly resolve, moving on along the sideline. Stella going upward, almost in the red zone. Floaty disc, well read, and one-hand catch by 29 Grichik. Stella in motion. Prentice on her left to Wardrill. Floaty disc, well read, well attacked, and well caught for the point. Cook providing Stella not only their third point, but the first break point and the first upwin point of this pre-quarter game, women's division.
What a great grab. Just such focus in the air too, right? We have Fusion coming in there with the defense, but she had a good body position and just got right into the air for that one. So.
And she took advantage of her tall heights also.
Yeah, I think big hops. Height's one thing, Etienne, but I think the hops also do it. Lots of big jumps as well.
You can be tall, but without any good positioning or any jump. Well, you know, you're tall.
Or you're tall.
Yeah, you're
it's
tall.
One or the other.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending how tall you are.
I'll give props to all the ladies. I think it's all big hops as well.
There you
they
go.
jump pretty high.
G said it.
Doesn't look like they've played how many games now? This will be their third today.
It will be their third today. They played the
look
three
fresh
yesterday.
in this beautiful weather.
Beautiful, very restful weather. Not. 6 game in 2 days, and there's more to come tomorrow. But in the meantime, it's right here, right now. Winnipeg facing off Ottawa. These two programs have met tens of times over the course of Canadian Ultimate Story. Nice play, nice catch, but falling out of bound for Fusion. If there's one good thing about that, is that Stella is 70 yards away. So ton of room to create a turnover for the Fusion squad. Stuck in the corner, or a few yards above that corner. Forcing away. And it's partially blocked. Lands out of bounds. Fusion almost, yes, in the red zone. Less than 20 yards away from their offense hold. They just suffered a break point. Scored by Stella.
That's a great grab by 88 over there. Bailey Jablonski Armstrong. Oh, there's a turn.
Miscued once again. The wind pressuring the disc out of bound. You need to put a ton of spin into your flicks and into your backhand in order to resist the wind. Stella going long midfield, and it's blocked by 24 Millie Wright. Forced flick. Almost caught in the air, but Stella defender was standing by Schultz, making this moment a turn. But here's another turn. Right! Putting it long on the flick, no hesitation, but it's pushed out of bound. It seemed out of bound even before the defender pushed it out, but
it looked like Schultz wanted to make sure that there was no other play on that disc, so she went to for the play. So now the disc is down there instead.
Good decision. Going long again. It's a Hawk Fest here on field number 2. But it's partially blocked, partially not catch. Fusion countering. 1-to-1 defense by Stella, leaving the zone defense aside. It's hard to transition when you are in offense. After that, you want to install a zone defense. Takes a lot of coordination. Sometimes you'd rather play safe and say, hey, let's play 1-to-1 defense.
Yes.
Stella still on the sideline, 4 yards away from what can potentially be their fourth point. And it's caught and confirmed by the observers. Georgia Cameron providing the white jerseys their fourth point of the game. 2 consecutive break point for Stella, now leading 4-1. So I believe there's a timeout call by Fusion. Good call for the Winnipeg squad, who just suffered 3 points in a row. Now
Yes.
trailing 4-1, and these are not the weather condition you want to play catch up ultimate. Right?
Yes.
You want to stay tight, you want to stay close, because it's hard. Those points can be. We've seen countless marathon point throughout yesterday and today. So odds that those points are long are great, and you don't want to trail like by 3, 4, 5 points to play catch up ultimate. It's in nobody's game plan, actually.
Never is. Never
I
is.
never saw that. Okay, let's
Yeah.
trail by 7 points,
Yeah,
and
let's try.
we'll
Let's
catch
try.
up in the second
we want to
half.
play it harder.
It
you know.
never occurred. I don't even know why we're even mentioning
Yeah,
it.
but it's good that they call it timeout. This is where they get to kind of talk to each other, breathe a little, and just kind of get back into their game plan, figure out what little adjustments they need to make. They are close. They are on the end zone line. They had their opportunities. It's just maybe a little rushed on the throws, and so they're going a little funky on them. But this is anybody's game, and it's a game of runs. So we're waiting to see what Fusion has. They have their offensive line coming back on, doing it again.
So, I'd like to take a few instants just to throw a big kudos to Sarah. The media is responsible for there was a last-minute change of field, of camera, of sound, of everything. Also, Clay doing a great job coordinating all these teams. There was a gazillion changes in over the last hour, in addition of the horrible weather we've experienced in that bye.
I think it's great right now, but yeah.
Now it's great.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you to
When
Sarah.
we had to do everything, Sarah,
Yeah.
big thanks, Clay, big thanks to all the team
Thanks for
also
making it work.
who talked tape, made jokes.
Please make comments on the YouTube. Let her know. Say
Yeah.
thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you to Sarah.
let's do a virtual wave to Sarah.
This doesn't take one person. It takes all of us, but it's mostly her. Pull us
So
out.
if everything fell into place, we can blame Sarah for it,
Yeah.
for making it happen.
It's perfect because of her.
There you go.
There's the arrowhead again from Stella.
It was a nice low release.
Fusion starting to
Fusion
move that
handle.
disc.
Griffiths in the middle to Jablonski Armstrong. Still junk defense by Stella, putting pressure. Fusion looking for a nice one-hand grab in the air by Gobert. On the right hand side, Griffiths. Nice little dish. Nice moving upward by right, but oh, unfortunate drop. Revik could not get a grasp on the disc. Stella defense creating one more turnover after about 20 passes by Fusion.
Great movement by Fusion. Oh, there's their turn, but they did a good job through that zone over there.
They did. Nice layout attempt by Bolio, but just a little short. Fusion in motion right on the red zone line. Gobert with the disc. Nice little flick. Nice up the lane by Jablonski Armstrong. Oh, nice cut again. But, wow, I suspect the winner picked that disc up. Going long! Floaty! Great distance! Great hang time! Oh, but half an inch too high for number 3, Alexandra Wardell. Great decision. almost perfect execution. I'd say half an inch. Really, 3/4?
3/4.
3/4.
Yeah,
3/4 too high. But what a run by Wardell. Fusion in their own red zone. Stella setting their zone defense. Nice flick, but the disc lands on the ground into Stella's half. Prentice putting the disc back into play right in the middle of the field. Looking for a reset. Stahl's getting high. Finds Monk. Back to Prentice. Lots of running by Stella, but way good defense, person-to-person defense by Fusion, creating this other turnover. Fusion again near the red zone. Nice pass and run by Wright. Working well with Gobert, flicking it, but there's a poach for Stella, but Wright hangs on to it. Fusion scoring their second point of this pre-quarter matchup. Fruitful timeout taken by Fusion. It took a lot of effort, a few turnovers, but still they are leveraging this timeout to score their second point. Still trailing by 2, Stella for Fusion 2. Fusion getting ready to pull from our right hand side. Well, Stella have scored 2 break points so far. Stella still hunting for their first break point. So probably that's what the Fusion's coach is
Fusion
providing
wants the
insight
break. Yes.
on.
Yes.
Just say, girl, we need a break point, and here's how we're going to do it.
Both D-lines actually have been getting and causing a lot of turns, so it's just about completing them and really trying to fight and grind it out a little bit harder for those. So let's see what Fusion can do, and of course Stella's offense is going to be quite confident in moving that disc, so it'll just be about who can keep it cleanest right now.
Great pull by Sarah Stodes. Landing on the ground about 5 yards after midfield, but great rolling considering she was going upwind. Zone defense by Winnipeg. Stahl is getting high. She will go long. 39 Jeffrey putting it in Fusion, but well defended. Was that caught outside? I think it may be inside or on the line. Nonetheless, Fusion moving upward with a break opportunity. Nice first pass. Stella going 1-to-1 in this transition. Another nice pass, but well positioned and well defended by Lana Ramic.
The fields are slippery, Etienne.
They are.
The girls are blowing tires everywhere.
Once again, Ramic with the disc going long for Stella. Well read, well caught by 21, and it quickly dishing it to her teammate. Is it number 5, Miller? I haven't seen the number, but I think it's Miller who make that catch. Nonetheless, Stella taking back a 3-point lead, 5-2 in this pre-quarter matchup, Women's Division National Championship 2025.
Stella isn't afraid to play the long game. They know they have a little bit of height. They're trying to send it if they need to, but they're doing a good job of just kind of seeing what needs to be done at that moment. Fusion's getting close. They had the turns that they need. It's just about kind of putting it all together once they get the disc. It's also hard not to also try the Huck D and just keep pushing it down there, but the advantage right now for Stella in that height in the back is a little tougher for Fusion. So hopefully they can work it up and just kind of get it moving again, especially on that D transitioning to O.
Fusion going downwind. Hands in the air, ready for Stella pulls. Number 9, Brianna Prentice, holding the disc, taking a few steps back, cranking it up, and pulling it. Nice hold time. Will that land inbound? No, picked up by the wind, landing into Stella's bags. Fusion recuperating the disc without stepping on anybody's bag. That's important. That's part of the spirit of the game. Let's respect the other team's bag, you know. Honestly, I've never seen nobody kick the bags of the opposite team during a game. It might have occurred, but never
would never
witnessed it.
happen.
We're playing ultimate. We're kind people. In the meantime, Stella, again with their junk defense. Fusion earning a few yards. It's all about right and Gobert right now.
You wouldn't know it, Etienne, but how Fusion's moving that disc, you would think that all these ladies have been playing senior level ultimate for a while, but they're just in a development phase right now where a lot of them are moving up from Team Manitoba and a lot of juniors. So this program is developing again, and they look comfortable. So hopefully they can just start getting some points on a really established team like Stella.
Every time I have the opportunity of commentating any team from Winnipeg, I can't help but saying how amazing their development programs are, considering the so little competition they get. They know the closest tournament being 8, 10, 12-hour drive from them. They have to take a flight. So the development program are just purely amazing in Winnipeg. So big kudos to all the people involved, the coaching staff, organizing team. You are doing an amazing job, and it's nothing new. It's been there ever since I played Ultimate, which is probably 8 million years ago.
A million. When the dinosaurs roamed, we all played Ultimate together, Etienne.
Of course. Weren't you there? No, you were not. No.
Close. But you might be a little bit older.
I might be rounding up a little. Nonetheless, good effort by the Fusion Development Squad. Big kudos to you guys. Stella moving upward. 1-to-1 defense. Tight defense by Fusion. Nice flick to reset, but oh, how difficult it is. You know, G, when you're laying down, you want to flick it, and then the wind picked it up. Just bend your wrist. That's what just occurred, leading to that turnover. Fusion taking advantage of it. Again, Gobert, nice attacking the disc to save this hold. Actually, Fusion are hunting down for a break point right now. Right is open. On the right-hand side, great inside cut. Great continuation. Layout grab, and it's confirmed. Fusion scoring. How important is that break point for Fusion?
I believe it's actually a hold.
Oh, you are right.
Yeah.
It's a hold. My bad. I was a little too deep. Nonetheless, what a great layout grab, for sure.
And it looks smoother. So they're starting to find the areas that they can kind of take advantage of, and they're just moving it a little smoother through there. So hopefully that can keep going. But Stella's coming out with some different defenses. So you see an arrow one time, then they go back to a 3-3-1, then they start switching it up on you. So it's just about adjusting on the fly and figuring it out.
As you mentioned, on the Stella squad, there's a few veterans.
Yes.
Which I've been there many times. You know,
Yeah.
they know how to
Some
do
have
it.
won many medals.
Many
medals.
So I think Ella Wilson, the one that's talking right now, if I'm not mistaken, she is part also of the Stella, which is the master women's team from Ottawa.
Who had a really great tournament out in Ottawa just 2 weeks ago. And won it. There she is.
Great movement by the white jersey. Fusion defense being ripped apart right now. Cute little dish. Quickly finding the end zone. Number 4, Anna Manuel. securing Stella's 6-point back, 3 points ahead of Fusion. It's now 6-3 for Ottawa. That was a flawless execution, no turnover. Was that the first point without any turnover?
I believe
Maybe
so.
it
I think that was a very clean hold right there, but the first.
And on another note, we were just chatting about Stella. You know, all the teams have their Instagram and have their Facebook page. If there's one fun team to follow, Stella is very entertaining.
Yes, they are.
For sure. Not only are they an amazing women's master team,
Yeah.
they have lost the final in the Master World Championship 3 years ago in Ireland, in what I believe was probably one of the top 3 best game I've ever witnessed.
Oh, wow.
Every time somebody wants to, hey, well, send me a YouTube, I'd like
Yeah.
to know more about your sport. That's the game I'm sharing.
Wow. They also, well, Stella won U.S. Nationals last year for Women's Masters. So I believe Stella is looking for a medal this year. They just have a tougher road now with pre-quarters happening. Had a little bump in the road and tough game against Alberta's own Remix. And so they're coming out hot right now. And hopefully they'll keep
They
going and keep
are.
pushing through because they want it.
You are absolutely right. Putting their zone defense, which has given a lot of trouble to Fusion, but Gobert and Wright working very hard to move that disc around, move that cup around in order to create some holes. And here they are creating an opening. Wright taking control, going long, flicking it, and the defender well read in the end zone. And observers confirming the point scored by number 5, Casey Hunt. What a great initiative by Wright, wearing number 24, just taking charge of this last action. Fusion nonetheless trails by 2 points. Stella 6, Fusion 4.
This one.
So the wind is still blowing, but it's not as gusty as it was earlier in the game.
It wasn't, but again, I'm telling you, it's sneaky, and Millie right over there with that beautiful forehand just let it sit, and that's one of the nicer throws I've seen for a forehand into this wind today.
And we've seen Stella defender really wanted to attack the disc early, and that's what you got to do when you're on defense.
Try.
You got to try,
Yep.
and you rather go early than too late, because too late, well, the person you're covering will catch it. So jump early when you're on defense and try to read it the best you can when you are on offense. Again, zone defense by Winnipeg. Stella leading by 2. That's Green, one of the veterans playing with Stella and with the master team, Stella. Jeffrey now in the red zone, transitioning to 1-to-1. Well, amazing second effort by Lillian Shannon to save that disc. Another amazing catch was that by Shear. Going around him out, holding it back, going hammer. But one Stella player is down and the pass is incomplete. Was the pass triggered before the injury call? Was there an injury call? It seems like the injured player is not even able to call injury. But
No.
some help is with the number 39, Cassandra Jeffrey. Players putting a knee down.
Looks like she's holding her left leg right now. But again, these fields are pretty wet. So
Yes,
any
they are
kind of hard
Yes.
cuts into it, like as you see, Cheer just had a crazy layout catch just because she slipped. And so we're getting into kind of scary territory with all the injuries, but hopefully she's okay and just got a little shook up with it, but she is holding on to that leg.
And we look at the fields with all the pouring rain that we've experienced over the course of, well, especially yesterday, and with all the beating that they have suffered with, 3 to 4 games a day per field. The fields are still in good condition, but as you very well said, G, sometimes your cleats just get stuck in the grass.
That's right.
Or sometimes you have too much grass stuck in your cleats, so you don't have any more
traction. Right? Yeah, exactly. Right. Now I think the observers are discussing when the injury was called.
So we are waiting for some medical support. It seems like it's her left leg. I don't know if it's the knee or the ankle. One thing's for sure, she is not moving. So both teams are going back to their respective bench.
We will take a break right now just so that they can get things fixed out here, and we will see you soon.
We'll be right back in a few minutes. Stay tuned. We are back for this pre-quarter matchup featuring Stella versus Fusion. Stella from Ottawa, Fusion from Winnipeg. We took a small pause in order for the injured player to receive the proper help. So we just had a quick discussion with the observers in order to resolve where the disc will be put back into play. Can you help us, G, with what's the next step for this game?
Observers both mentioned that they both discussed about teams, but the injury happened prior to the throw being thrown, and therefore it goes back to the thrower, which is a rule that's just been in place where if the injury is called before you throw, that's where you stop the play. So now it goes back and they're coming in. So Stella will have that disc again where Lovett is, and they would be coming in at stall 6.
Stella, less than 10 yards away from the goal line. Waiting for everybody to set. Brooklyn Shear will put the disc back into play. It's a 1-2-1 defense with kind of a L stack or an angle stack with some isolation from number 8, Siborski. Stall is short, going break. What a great throw by Shear. Great fake on the back end, pivoting on her flick side with a super accurate pass deep in the end zone. Stella scoring their 7th point of the game. So, G, to what extent do you think like that pivot going on the right side? Was that a call play? It looks like there was an isolation from the front end of the stack.
It looked like one, but I think Cheer just saw the opening and they allowed the inside throw. So if you have that, take that shot, right? But yes, the ISO looked like from the front, but it was a little bit cloggy. As you can tell, it's just with all the blue shirts around. So she found the space, she hit the shot, but it was that was a great fake into it. So nice inside throw there.
So nice nerves of steel from Shear, considering the stall was at 6.
Yeah.
You know,
so she would have thrown that like 8-ish? 8?
Yeah, I'd say 9.2.
9.2. 9.2 is good.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Stella 1 point away from winning halftime. We are 43 minutes into this game, intended to be an hour 25 minutes unless one of the two teams reaches the 15-point mark. Going long, floaty, but well anticipated by Wardell, just denying this fusion offense. Hold Cameron with the disc. Stella hunting for another break point. Beausoleil with the disc on the left-hand side, resetting to Prentice. Nice around pass by Prentice, finding Renault on the left-hand side. Prentice quarterbacking this break opportunity, flicking it long in the end zone. There was 2 white jerseys, but unfortunately miscuing. Once again, the win, just putting the disc down. Fusion in motion, right with the disc going long. Fusion, disc is in the air. Oh, 2 tons of pressure by number 3, and there is a foul call. Tough call, G. I couldn't tell.
There was contact.
There was contact.
Yes.
It seems, from my own very humble perspective, the Fusion receiver had position. So number 3 coming from behind, Wardell.
Looks like they're discussing and going to the observer.
Let's see what will be the ruling. It's a foul. So it will be Fusion disc on the goal line. Number 33, Shayla Revick. You see the 2 players just chit-chatting, smiling, exchanging. No hard feelings. That's the spirit of the game. Hunt with the disc. Going backward. Gobert wearing number 13. Tons of traffic in front of her right. Opening herself up to receiver for Fusion. And it's the second one. Jablonski Armstrong catching it. Fusion scoring their 5th point, making this point a 2-point. Still Stella 7, Fusion 5. So Stella having a good opportunity of closing the deal and maybe taking a 4-point lead at halftime, but Fusion saying, we're not done yet. Here's a point. And we'll go on the upwind, trying to block one more time, Stella. "47th minute of this pre-quarter game. This is the last of 4 live stream here today. We'll also have 4 live stream tomorrow, of which the last one will be the mixed division final.
And the mixed division is looking pretty strong right now.
It is. So a lot of competition. 20 teams are fighting in the mixed division, 16 in the women's and 16 in the open division. So great ultimate being played here in Edmonton, Alberta. Stella, midfield. Shannon with the disc. Nice backhand, but it's well anticipated and denied by Fusion's defender wearing number 12, Bannister. Going long, floating, and blocked by number 4, Anna Manuel, which seemed to have a height advantage on this last instance. Great grab in the air by Remick. Quick dish to Shannon. Stella is in motion, moving upward, looking to end that first half, but well anticipated and well defended by number 28, Kira Straub. I remember seeing her about an hour before the game. She can barely walk.
Really?
Now she's running on the field.
Something about a game starting where you're just like, hey, I got my legs back. I'm going to keep running out there.
Maybe sponsored also by some ibuprofen or some Advil pill.
Oh, yes, maybe.
I'm not saying, but I suspect. And you can barely walk, and when game times occurred, you run and you do some D. That's amazing. Green putting it long. Well, one nice one-hand grab. Sheer dishing it to Shannon. Who else than Lana Ramick? Opening herself up, providing Stella their 8th point, earning the first half by a lead of 3 points.
I will say Cheer is doing a lot of the work from both ends. Handling, throwing, and then a deep strike from her over there. We have a lot of youth on both sides, and a lot of them have actually played against each other. We have U24s, Nikki Gobert, Millie Wright, Emily Cho. Then we also have on Stella's side, we've got Cheer, Shannon, Beausoleil, Billiot, Cameron, Clement. All of these are U24 Team Canada. And so we're seeing like good competition here. It's exciting.
That's a big summer for them. So they've attended World Championship U24 in Spain late in the month of June, and here they are in August.
Yeah.
Buying themselves another airplane tickets now, not to Spain, but to Edmonton.
Just a beautiful Edmonton.
Well, you know, instead of going east, you go west. So this is halftime. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back for the second half of this pre-quarter matchup featuring Stella from Ottawa to Fusion from Winnipeg. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone. We are into the second half right now of the Stella Fusion pre-quarters. Stella is up 8-5. Just some things to kind of talk about. We are adding 5 minutes on to the game at the end due to the injury that occurred prior to the half. And we also like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, traditional land of the Cree, Dene, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, and Blackfoot peoples, and also part of the homeland of the Métis people. So here we are in beautiful Edmonton, now with no rain, just wind, watching this pre-quarters, watching these ladies grind it out, and we are starting the second half.
And what a first half have we witnessed. Stella scoring the first break point of the game. Fusion still hunting down for a break point, still having scored twice.
I've heard
starting on defense.
I've heard that 8-5 is a very it's not a great score to kind of have because it starts to get kind of funky. You should be a little nervous with 8-5 because their comebacks can happen. Things will happen in this game, and we've already seen a few runs by both teams. So I'm enjoying this game. It's exciting.
So that's something new. That's something I never realized, that 8-5 was not a good position to be in.
That's what I've been told by many players. It might just be a Masters or a GM thing, but those are some of the things that I've heard, maybe due to their experience in it.
That's something
old
I've
age.
learned. Never, question Masters. When
Never
they say something, it's the bare truth.
Exactly.
So we also have some sponsors we'd like to thank, making this event such a great success. There is Be Ultimate, providing all the gears of this national championship. Discraft, also, what would we be doing without Discraft? No disc to play with. Also Explore Edmonton and the multi-sport tournament and recreation site of Edmonton, the Iverden Sports Park, where we are live from here today. Quick Seating Limited. The City of Edmonton also thanking Remax, Red Thunder Media, Dave's Diesel Repair, Alti Photos, and Alberta Film School for all their amazing support for making this national championship such a great success once again. Also like to thank the Ultimate Canada organization and the gazillion volunteers spending maybe a few hours or a few days here in Edmonton in order to support all the operation required for this great tournament. Nice long attempt by Fusion, but just out of reach of number 5, I believe, Casey Hunt. So we have witnessed earlier this week the Junior Championship being hosted from Monday to Wednesday. And they have crowned 2 new champions, one in the women's division, the other one in the men's division, and the 2 new gold medalists coming from Quebec City, from the Origin program. The men's Origin team beating Dinos in an amazing gold medal game, while it was all about the province of Quebec in the women's division, while Origin was playing against Titan. Origin being from Quebec City and Titan from Montreal. So two amazing programs and such an intense rivalry against Quebec City and Montreal. Congratulations to all the programs and all to the coaches and staff helping those juniors developing and attending national championship.
Big congratulations to Team Manitoba, who got bronze, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And not to forget Sim winning the Spirit in the women's division.
They were wonderful to play against. I'll give a big shout out to Sims and their coach. Their coaches, they were amazing to play against. They were so encouraging and just great.
Big kudos to Judith Lavoie coaching Sim with an amazing amount of dedication and inspiration for these young women's athletes, while we see Stella grinding upward, kicking things off on defense and scoring the first point of the second half. Not only their 9th point, but it's a 3rd break point in this game. Stella in the driver's seat.
They really are. They needed, that was a good break point to have. They needed that to just kind of keep their momentum going. Moved it very well. Fusion had their chances. It just, again, a game of inches. If you missed one, Stella's a great team. They're going to capitalize when they can, and that's what happened on that point there.
So, gee, we're mentioning, and that some master person people said that leading 8-5 is not a good position. Do these people have an opinion also on leading 9-5?
Let's ask them in the comment section. Let us know. What do you think about 9-5 in scores? Do you feel nervous? Are you? I don't think these teams are nervous. I think it's just more time might be the factor with all the turns we're having and things like that. Time might actually be our factor as well.
And if I can share my own humble opinion, I'd say that 9-5 is 1 point better than 8-5.
You're
but
not
I'll
wrong.
stick to that.
Okay.
I will not go any further. Fusion with hands up, waiting for Stella Pool. Again, Lana Remic. She does it all. She plays D, she plays O, she's blocking this, and she's pulling in addition to that. What an amazing athlete. The Fusion offense squad, again, having to fight. Now we're having like kind of a wall defense with a rabbit hunting down the handler, trying to pressure the reset, pushing the disc upward into the wall. Here's a hole in the wall. Fusion could not get more momentum of this opportunity. But, oh, a little miscued, partially blocked, partially miscued. Stella in control of the disc. Their D-line have been proving very successful so far. Sheer with the disc, holding it back. Going around her mark, she was shooting for green, but it was out of her reach also. Fusion, what a great layout grab by Ryder, right in front of us. So we can feel and experience all the intensity in her play.
I love that we have a front row seat to it too.
We do have.
It was great. With the change of fields, we are now at ground level, not the highest point of Edmonton anymore. So we get to see the crazy layouts, but it's fun to have it right at us.
Green, putting it long. Tons of people on the receiving end, but the ground is where the disc is landing. Right, going around the mark, but intercepted by Shear. It's a hawk fest going long, but little too on the left for the intended receiver, Anna Manuel. So it'll be Fusion's disc stuck in that corner that all the handlers hates to be in. Right, no hesitation.
What a throw.
Wow, great blade, great angle. Finding her teammate, Hunt. Stella holding their zone defense, but so quickly transitioning to a one-to-one. Right in the middle. That pass had a ton of gas on. Gobert. Looking for an option, looking for a reset. Finds a very reliable right in support. In the middle, great cut in by Casey Hunt. Dishing it to Lovat. Fusion in the red zone. Right. Taking charge of the situation. Floated disc. It was up in the air. One hand grab by Sammy Lovat, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken, and that was a great grab and a great read over 3 or 4 people.
3, 4, 5, maybe
5?
6.
Maybe 6. Let's count all of them.
Of which many of them were wearing white jerseys.
Yes, that's right.
Wanted to deny
Right in
her.
there.
But still, she stood still. with a great grab. The wind picking up the disc, making it holding in the air.
Yep.
So you have to be patient, and on defense, you know, you have to jump early. Otherwise, that's what will happen.
These ladies don't miss leg day. They can all jump. They got
Wow.
it. They got
Good
it.
for them. Good for
Yeah.
them. Sometimes on the men's side, well, sometimes you skip leg day for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told by the same master
yeah.
people you were talking
Masters skip all days. We
Well,
don't do nothing.
That's master.
Well, some. Okay, that's a lie.
Yeah.
50%?
51, 49, depending on the day.
Depending on the day.
Yeah.
I like to take my breaks.
Well, to not get injured. of
That's true.
course. But you're young. You don't get injured.
I'm up there. I'm up there with you, Etienne. I
Sometimes
don't
it
know.
hurts, but
Yeah,
you're
it
not
does.
injured.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
I hurt
Nothing-
for at
nothing
least a
in
week.
Advil cannot fix,
Yeah.
right?
But it's a week-long pain.
Zone defense by Fusion. Nice save by Wardell. Putting her body on the line. And G, every time you lay out, even though you have a technique and it seems so smooth, even if the fields are smooth, it hurts.
I think it does, and I think what's happening, they're blowing a few tires, so it's just they're more so falling into it now and slipping. So it's like a layout but a slip.
It does. And that's one of the challenges of a national championship hosted over 3 days. You go on a tournament, you play, well, 2 days, 6, 7 days maybe. You get here, you play 3 days on day one, 3 games on day one. What up? Speaking of which, we'll get back to it in a minute. But what a nice sliding catch by 77 Kate Elizabeth Clement, providing Stella their 10th point. We are in double-digit zone for the white jerseys. And psychology of the sport saying that you want to reach a double digit on a scoreboard first.
I think so.
Is it math or psychology? I don't know.
Sports psychology, right?
Sports psychology, I guess. So we were mentioning that when you play on a 3-day long tournament, you play 3 games a day. For 3 days, you used to play 2 days with 3 or 4 games. So
Yes.
that's kind of an extra for your body, and you need to be prepared for that.
Yeah, and these women, they prepare year round. They're ready to go. This is what they strive for every year, and it takes a lot of time, and we've talked about that time and commitment to do it, and just the drive to keep going and playing. And we're here. Weather's not great, but I think we can shake that off and just be like, no, we're here, we're playing, we know what we're striving for, and these ladies want a medal, so they want to go.
You're absolutely right. And see, we haven't talked about the wind for, 15, 20 minutes?
It's been about that, yes.
It's been, hey, don't forget about me.
Yeah.
So the wind seems to be blowing back on Iverdance Sports Park. But the reality is when you put on your cleats on day 3 of a national championship, there are always some pain here and there. The back, lower back, knees.
I think you're just talking because that sounds just like master stuff. I think these teams now, it's more like that's a mental game.
Probably.
There is the physical pain, but the mental game will amp up a bit more because they want it.
Absolutely right. And look at them run and grind on the field. They are not in pain. They are inspired and minded to win that 3-quarter game. Fusion trailing by 4, going long, but it's denied by Stella on the doorstep of the goal line. The white jerseys from Ottawa will take back the disc with an horizontal stack. Some rolling movement. Number 40 cheer coming in, but the pass is just too high. Picked up by the wind. Fusion putting the disc back into play. Right, low flick release to Gobert. To right.
Good movement right now. Fusion's moving it nicely.
but the the disc going above. They're very tall, even though she jumped as high as she can. Manuel could not block that pass, but it's slowly but surely landing into number 5, Casey Hunt. Hens Fusion scoring their 7-point, hanging on 3 points behind Stella still. It's an offense hold. Still, Fusion haven't scored any break point yet, so that's something they will have to do.
They will need to do it
sooner than later. We are an hour, 5 minutes into this game, which was initially intended for an hour 25 minutes, but as you very well mentioned, we've added 5 minutes in order to catch up for the time that was spent on helping the injured player from Stella.
Looks like she's back on the sideline now, so that's good. So good to see that.
news.
Good to see that with your
Absolutely.
teammates back, right?
So it's not, it's probably very uncomfortable, but still good spirit.
And even as a team, like your own team, seeing your own players there is great. And I think
It
for her
is.
too to come back,
Absolutely.
you
Less
want to be
painful.
there. Yeah, and you want to be there with your teammates no matter what.
While the Stella was waiting for Fusion pull, I've witnessed a few players just taking off the grass, stuck into under their shoes. Make sure they have the proper grip or proper traction on the field. Nice this movement. Less than 10 yards away from the goal line. Stella in motion. Floaty this, but second effort to properly block it, and one white jerseys down. Two Fusion and one Stella. I believe there was a foul call.
Looks like they're discussing it.
I haven't seen any bumping, but we're quite far away from the action. And there's some reenactment to explain Fusion's point of view. So still nice and soft and diplomatic conversation, and that's part of the spirit of the game. You know, there's a foul, even though you're playing very intensively, you need to, when there's a foul call and you want to discuss, you need to take a nice breathe in, nice breathe out, calmly explain your point of view, and then if needs be, you'll reach out to the observers, which I believe is what's happening right now, saying no foul. So let's see what the output will be. So
It's a turnover.
it's a Fusion's
Yeah.
disc.
From my perspective too, I think Blue fell onto the ground. She was already in that position. I don't think it was in the air, and I believe that would most probably is what the observers had seen as well.
And I agree with you, G. I have the same perspective. Going long, Fusion, floaty disc, but unfortunately landing far away behind the line of bags from Fusion. That's one thing we see more on the women's side. There's just a nice stack of bags. We don't see that with men's. Men's it's total chaos. But the women's, they like to stack it. Why don't men do that? I don't know. Nice grab.
I've never seen it before. I usually just drop all my stuff everywhere and just scatter it.
You should talk to the master people.
Yeah, I gotta figure this out.
They can counsel you on it. Wardell laying it out, taking one for the team in order to save that reset. What an amazing game did she have, number 3, Wardell from Stella. So many players had amazing game in this pre-quarter, grinding hard in order to play in the top 8 for into tomorrow's game.
Fusion has it back on that sideline again, looking like a trap again.
Looks like it.
Looks like it. There it is. There's the trap.
Stella denying the reset, putting a lot of pressure on the handler. Stall is rising. Disc is in the air, and it's caught by 77 Clement. Quickly moving upwards, Stella Wardell putting it long. Nice backhand. Oh, spectacular catch by number 2, Emma Bordier. Wow, great celebration for Stella. What an amazing pass, but what a spectacular and acrobatic catch by Beaulieu.
I think there were 3 acrobatic catches before even that one happened.
There was Wardle,
Wardle, then Prentice had a great one over here. They're just ripping it from the air, and then what an amazing catch. Even she was backing up too, so and anybody will tell you that's a very hard thing to do. So what a grab.
The disc is behind your head, so really going backward. There's so many amazing catches that I can barely keep count of them. Thanks for counting them on my behalf.
I should start counting every single one, but nobody's giving up on the disc, both sides. So we're seeing just a lot of grit right now from both teams and just people wanting that disc. And everything's sitting, like we said. So get up there, grab everything that you can. Rip it down.
Stella 11, Fusion 7. 15 minutes on the clock remaining. Gee, what are the odds you're trailing by 15 minutes on the clock? Out of 100% for sure you're gonna catch up. And 0, you have no chance. Where are we at?
For Fusion, I'm going to give them a 95% chance they're going to catch up.
95%. Yeah. Okay, who says better?
Love it. I think they're going to do it. They're keeping this game close. The hardest thing, I'm going to say is the time. The time is what's going to mess them up. But they're trying to claw their way back in. This game has been awesome to watch and exciting, like all the bids and all the throws and just part of it. So I want more. I want more.
And they want more for sure. Going up the line. Right is taking charge. Providing some direction with her left hand. Going long. Nice flick. And well caught and lectured by number 32. Was that cat?
Was that
caught in?
Was that confirmed? Yes. Etienne. It
was. Revic catching the disc. Fusion.
Even Beaulieu is just saying, Millie Wright, everybody. Millie Wright. She must have played with her for TC. I believe so.
And that's the way to go for Fusion in order to close the gap. Score quickly.
Yes, exactly. Time is of the essence.
That point lasted, what, half a second?
Yeah, that's what they need.
Half a second. So great execution by Fusion. Late in the second half, they are trailing. Now they will need to get their mindset on a break goal, which they haven't been able to do so far in this game.
We got time.
And time remaining is approximately 13 minutes. As we mentioned, the time for a game is an hour 25 minutes, unless it's a final, which is a 2-hour time slot. But still, first team reaching 15-point marks wins.
Yes.
But we've added 5 minutes due to the time that was invested into helping the Stella injured player, which is back on the sideline, witnessing her teammate Fusion creating the turnover. Midfield hunting down for a first break point that would make this game a 2-point game. Fusion in motion. On the right hand side, nice one-hand grab by Bannister. Tons of traffic in front of number 12, flicking it to her teammate, attacking the line, but great pivot work by Stodes. Nice flick inside, but just out of reach of her teammate, 89, Lovat. Stella on their own goal line. Fusion setting their zone defense. Nice layout grab. Once again, another layout in this game. This one courtesy of, I believe, number 29? I haven't seen her number. But in the meantime, there's a turnover. No call. Great effort by 66, but she just fell short, Georgia Cameron. Fusion, 10 yards away from the goal line. And from a break point, now 5 yards away from the goal line. Stozy taking things in charge. Floaty disc attacked, but oh, the wind picking it up, putting out of reach of Lovat and blocked by number 28, Brittany Cook. Stella will put it back into play on their own goal line. Fusion waiting the handler with a zone setup.
Not to make it dramatic, but the wind picked up a little bit as our tent started shaking a little bit more. I don't know if you can hear that through our mics. So these throws have to be crisper or they're gone.
Fusion was able to create turnovers in Stella's own red zone, but now Stella is in motion, midfield, resetting to Prentice. Great pivot, feeding Beaulieu, midfield, but unfortunate drop by Cook. Fusion once again with a break opportunity in this point. They will need to convert, but miscuing, and still I believe the disc was picked up by the wind. There's a quick contact call, quickly resolved. Beaulieu, midfield, looking upward. Stall 5, stall 6, getting late, going back at, feeding Clement, going long, and what an amazing back. It was a backhand by Clement, some discussion with her opponent 91, but just cheering. Stella scoring their 12 point and securing once again a 4-point lead. It's getting late for Fusion. 10 minutes remaining on the clock. And the win. We should stop. Yeah, you're right. I should stop talking about the win. There's no win.
No, not at all. They don't feel it, so we shouldn't. I don't think Stella felt it on that throw right there. That looked
the
pretty.
way they execute.
Yeah.
I think there's a timeout call.
Yes, there's a timeout by Stella right now.
By Stella. So teams are allowed to one timeout per half with a floater timeout. So Fusion has taken one timeout in the first half, haven't taken any timeout yet in the second half, and this is the first Stella timeout in the game. Pre-quarter, we mentioned it, these two teams are usually in the top 8, but for this 2025 edition of National Championship, they had to fight their way into the top 8, and only one will make it. Will it be Stella from Ottawa or Fusion from Winnipeg? Right now, Stella has a 4-point advantage. Fusion, even though they had many break opportunities, they were not able to convert any of them yet.
They need a quick hold. Score
Let's
this one
start
fast.
with a quick hold.
Yes.
And then we'll think about a break.
Exactly.
One thing at a time.
Stella's cleaning off their cleats. Good idea, as everybody's been pretty much full of grass and mud in their cleats. They'll have to do that again in about a minute when that's over. But
and there's always this great kind of a drumming show at the end of a game where everybody takes off their cleats, and then
the smacking of the cleats, yeah. And then you get mud everywhere in your eye.
There you go. But your cleats have no longer any mud. But everything else is dirty.
Everything's
but
gross.
But your cleats are clean.
Yes.
They're dead wet, but they're clean.
They're clean.
You know. That's the reality of an ultimate player.
Our host hotels love it because then all the cleats are in the hallway.
They love it. Yeah.
They love it.
They don't say it, but we're sure they'll love it.
I don't think we warn them when we tell them we're all coming.
It's part of the surprise. Fusion in motion. Zone defense by Stella, which have been proven successful. Oh, sliding by Beaulieu. This field is slippery. Right. Nice pass and run by number 24. What an amazing an amazing game that she had today. Not only today, but since the beginning of this tournament. And who else than Gobert to provide Fusion's 9th point. That was some kind of a quick conclusion for this point, which is what Fusion needs right now. 12-9 in favor of Stella from Ottawa. Only 3 points apart. And Fusion hunting down their first break point. I'm going to make a statement. It has to be right here and right now.
It has to be now.
Considering the clock is ticking. Approximately 6 minutes remaining.
I see one of our competition directors moving with the horn, but that's the horn for the rest of the teams, as we have an extra 5 minutes on ours.
You are right. So Fusion already. Stella. No hands in the air, just waiting for the observers. Here's a hand in the air. Thank you, Stella. Fusion
hands up.
Pulling. That's a nice pull. Not much height, but great distance. Center. Green. To Prentice. Right in the middle. Zone defense by Fusion. Creating some challenges for Stella, experienced handler. Shear. Again, number 40. Dishing it, but nice save by number 6. It's not number 6, number 8, Siborski. Along the sideline, and here's a turn for Fusion. Opportunity for a break point that they are desperately looking for. Many opportunities, but we're going long. Floaty disc, but 2 white jerseys ready to block it. Ending up by number 21, Lillian Shannon, blocking the disc. Prentice on the sideline. 1-to-1 defense by Fusion. Flicking it up the line, but it lands inbound, but rolls out of bound. Fusion with another break opportunity. Are we going to go long? Number 12 is standing by Bannister, which is attacking the ends. There's Hargrave also standing by, but still 1-to-1 defense played. Kind of a poachy, denying the long pass. Played by Stella. Nice pivot work going around the mark. Bannister with the disc, sending it back to her teammate. Fusion moving along, but miscuing on the up the line pass intended to be to Stodes, but Stella put it back into play midfield. Quickly, Ramich opening herself up, going long. What a pass from Lana Ramich, reaching out to Anna Manuel. Stella scoring a securing 13 point if you were wearing white jerseys, but a heartbreaking point if you're wearing a Fusion jerseys. 4 points apart.
Great transition there by Stella. Just moved it quickly, immediately had a deep shot, and just capitalized.
Fusion trailing by 4. There's a timeout call by Ottawa. The experienced squad looking to use their 2 timeouts in this second half. Can we say they're playing the clock? Well, leading by 4, 3 minutes left on the clock.
Adding another timeout
Uh,
for the minute.
maybe. It's part of the game. Fusion.
The strategic side of the game, yes.
Strategic, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. So while the last minute of this game are going on, we'd like to remind you that tomorrow we'll have a super busy day from a live stream perspective. Some quarterfinal action, some semi-final action also. And we will conclude our Saturday with the mixed division final. Who would it be? Well, many teams are contesting very, very hard to go back home with a gold medal. Looking forward for that mixed division final. And on Sunday, where everybody's resting, well, there's at least 4 teams who will be working hard here at Iverdent Sports Park. 2 of them will be women's team fighting for the national championship title in the women's division, and 2 men's team will also fight and grind to get to earn the national title in the open divisions. Both of these games will be, of course, live streamed. Nice low release.
Right through her. What a great throw.
Fusion moving onward along the sideline. Nice fake. Gilbert opening himself, so tons of traffic. Time is running out. Right. Catching the disc, but she caught it. Unfortunately, out of bounds. That was very, very tight. Was she on the line? Fortunately, we don't have the perspective of that, but she was quickly called out. But a nice layout bid also from number 40, Shear, trying to block that disc.
That's been a fun matchup to see. Right and Cheer. They're just laying it out there and really trying to take each other's spaces away. And it's been really fun.
2 amazing athletes indeed. 21, great reading, Shannon. Stella is in motion, Siborski. Nice little sweet little backhand to Shannon along the sideline. Siborski back with the disc, flicking it on her right. Great continuation, but just behind Manuel, and it will be Fusion's disc. We are in the we have been playing for an hour 30-ish minute now. There is no horn since this game was added 5 minutes in order to catch up for the time spent on helping the injured player on the Stella squad. I suspect this will be the last point of the game. Stella leading by 4 right now, but Fusion still fighting hard with great spirit and great athleticism. Resetting for Fusion. Upward to show. Right. Offering herself as a target inside. Now Lovat. Oh, what a sweet low release flick to reach out to right. Show to Goldberg, quickly back ending it to right, flicking it into space. Oh, what a read and what a catch by number 5 Casey Hunt. There was 2 defenders on her back, but still she focused and caught it with 2 hands, and that will conclude the game. Fusion scoring 10 points, but Stella scoring 3 more for a total of 13. So Ottawa squad will move on to the quarterfinal, fighting for the national title, while Fusion, unfortunately, heartbreaking loss. But what a fight have they provided here today, G.
They really have, and I think they have such a great future ahead of them. They're young, they want this. and they're just going to come back even stronger. So I'm excited for what the future holds. And also Stella, they just came out here. They knew their game plan. They had a rough one against Remix, so they're coming in hot, but they followed through, and they did really good of just keeping their spirits up too, to compete against this, because sometimes after a big loss you kind of go downhill. So they did a great job of just playing their game and pushing through, because some of those throws, ridiculous.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, these catches too, in this kind of like weather and on the field and the status of the fields, the amount of times these ladies have been blowing tires but catching the disc, insane.
How many dozens of layouts have we witnessed here today on both offense and on defense? And amazing passes. Yeah. So great skills displayed by both of these teams. Unfortunately, only one can move on, and that will be Stella from Ottawa. So congratulations for Fusion. Their tournament is far from being over. They will fight hard. We are sure of that for the 9th place of this national championship. So while we're wrapping up this game, reminding you there is a ton of live stream action here today. Just follow Ultimate Canada social media to see the full schedule. My name is Etienne. Thank you, G, for all your comments. That was an amazing experience. Once again, sharing the mic with you. Take care of yourself. Have a drink. It's Friday night. Don't drink and drive. And go outside, throw some disc. Cheers.
Stage to keep possession alive.
Huge bid, gets the time.
Great opportunity for the Germans, and they break it.
They throw it the full 80 yards to the field. Are you kidding me?
And an incredible catch.
You are kidding me.
Oh my God!
One of the plays of the year. Stage to keep possession alive.
Huge bid, gets the time.
Great opportunity for the Germans, and they break it.
They throw it the full 80 yards to the field. Are you kidding me?
And an incredible catch.
You are kidding me.
Oh my God!
One of the